So we've been using useState in our components and everything's been working great. But here's the thing. There are actually some very specific rules about how we can use hooks in React. And if you break these rules, well, let me show you what happens. In the source folder, let me create a new file called user dashboard.jsx and create a new component. Export const user dashboard is equal to an arrow function, and we return a div element dashboard. Now for the JSX, let's say we want to show some features only if the user is a premium user. So we will destructure the is premium prop and use it in the component to conditionally create a credits state. So use state, parentheses, make sure to import it at the top. Import useState from React. We know useState accepts an initial value, let's say 100 credits to start with, and the hook returns two values, which we destructure, credits, and the setter function set credits. And we can render credits in the UI. Now this code looks reasonable, right? We only need credits for premium users, so why create state for everyone? But as you can see, we have red squiggly lines under the useState call. When we hover over the error, it says React hook useState is called conditionally. React hooks must be called in the exact same order in every component render. But why is this an error? Because you just broke one of the two golden rules of hooks. React hooks have exactly two rules, just two. But break them and your app will have some pretty serious bugs. Rule number one, only call hooks at the top level of your function, not inside loops, not inside conditions, not inside nested functions or try-catch blocks. Top level only. Rule number two, only call hooks from React functions. That means React components or custom hooks. Now, custom hooks are something we will cover in the advanced React module. So for now, just know there are special functions that can use hooks. Now, these two rules might seem simple, but let's dig into why these rules exist and how to follow them properly. So what does top level actually mean? Top level means directly in the function body before any if statements, loops, or early returns. Let me show you how to fix the user dashboard component. First, we need to move the useState call to the top level of the function body. So cut and paste. We handle the conditional logic afterwards. If the user is not premium, so if not is premium, we return a message, upgrade to premium to see credits. And this is an early return. If the user is premium, we return the credits and a button to spend all the credits. So within the div tag, let's add a paragraph. You have curly braces, bind credits, number of credits, and then a button element that says spend all credits. On click of this button, we call an arrow function where we invoke the setter function set credits, passing in a value of 0. Now, the useState hook always runs in the same order every single render of the component. But why does React care so much about order? Let me show you what's happening behind the scenes. Imagine we have a component with multiple useState hooks. For example, a shopping cart component that maintains the number of items in the cart, any discount, and the cart total. Now, React doesn't actually know that your first useState is for items, second useState is for discount, and third is for total. It doesn't track them by name. Instead, React keeps an internal list. First useState corresponds to slot 1. Second useState corresponds to slot 2. And third useState corresponds to slot 3. You can think of it like a queue at a coffee shop. First customer gets order 1, second customer gets order 2, and third customer gets order 3. Every time your component re-renders, React goes through the queue in order. Okay, slot 1, that's the first useState call. Slot 2, that's the second useState call. slot 3, that's the third useState call. Now watch what happens if we conditionally call a hook. In the same shopping cart component, we now have a prop called showDiscount. If it's true, we initialize the discount state. If it's false, we don't initialize the discount state. Here is what happens with React. First render with showDiscount being equal to true, items is slot 1, discount is slot 2, and total is slot 3. Second render, if showDiscount is false, items is slot 1, but total is now slot 2, and there is nothing in slot 3. Everything's mixed up, and React is confused. In case of our coffee shop analogy, it's like someone left the line and the next person in line got the wrong coffee. The barista is confused and the customers are angry. This is the reason order of hooks matters. Now let me show you some of the most common ways people break this first rule. The first mistake is trying to create state for each element in a list. For example, if we have a list of products, we might think, I want each product to have its own quantity state. But this code breaks because the number of hooks would change based on how many products you have. One render, you have 3 hooks. The next, you might have 5. React cannot track that. The second mistake is putting hooks after an early return. For example, in this user profile component, if user ID is falsy, the component returns early and never reaches the useState call. Next render, if user ID exists, suddenly there's a new hook React wasn't expecting. The third mistake is putting hooks in event handlers. Event handlers run when users interact with your app, not during render. React has no way to track hooks that only exist when someone clicks a button. Hooks must be called during every render, not just sometimes. So please remember the first rule. Hooks must be called at the top level of the function body, not inside loops, conditions, early returns, event handlers, or try-catch blocks. Now let's move on to the second rule. The second rule is about where you can call hooks. They only work in 2 places. First, React function components, and we've already seen examples of this. The second is custom hooks, but we will learn about those in the advanced module. What you cannot do is use hooks in regular JavaScript functions. The good news is that you don't have to memorize all these edge cases. There is an ESLint plugin that catches these mistakes for you, like we saw earlier with the red squiggly lines. If you're using Wheat, which we are, it's already installed. The name of the plugin is ESLint plugin React hooks. And you can see that used in our ESLint config file. Extends React hooks.configs.flat.recommended. With this plugin, VS Code catches any rule violations immediately and underlines your mistakes in red squiggly lines before you even run the code. Now you might wonder, why did React make these rules? Why not just let us put hooks wherever? The answer is predictability. React needs to know that every time your component renders, it will call the exact same hooks in the exact same order. This lets React keep track of state between renders, know which useState call corresponds to which piece of state, optimize performance, and provide helpful error messages. Without these rules, React would need a much more complex system to track your hooks, which would make it slower and more error-prone. So there you have it, the 2 golden rules of hooks. Only call them at the top level, and only call them from React functions. Follow these rules, and React will work perfectly.